While Alone in the Dark does have its share of heart-pounding scares, for the most part, it relies more on the creepy factor. That constant, uneasy feeling that reality is eroding around you and anything can happen around every corner. And yeah, sure, you'll fight monsters, but the deeper you go, the more you feel the weight of an unseen gaze following your every move. And all the while, you're interacting with lunatics whose ravings may not be nonsense after all. And that's the kind of dread only a good horror game can provide. And with that in mind, here's our collection of the creepiest moments in the new Alone in the Dark. Fair warning, there will be minor spoilers ahead. Number 5. The Eyes in the Garden. So you've just started the game, you're getting your bearings. The house does seem a little run down, but nothing too bad. You walk down your first hallway and do your best to ignore the sudden loud thump. You unlock the door and... yeah, that's the last thing anyone wants to see. I've been thinking about those eyes for days now. And then, when you come close enough, you hear that sound, you turn around, and the eyes disappear. And to make matters worse, when you come back later, the eyes come back too. And this time, they're here to stay. I can't explain how much I hate this. Number 4. Anytime the little girl is on the screen. Now, to be fair, Derceto is a mental institution, so everyone is some degree of unsettling, and clearly everyone knows more than they're letting on. But among all the inmates, Grace takes the cake and eats it too as far as creepiness goes. There's just something about a child clearly having witnessed horrors untold and, instead of asking for help, is actually kind of okay with it. More than okay. She's going with it. Whatever is happening in Derceto, Grace is actually looking forward to it.
Back after the Feast of St. John.
You think?
Yep. It's all on the page, Mr. Conby. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Yeah, that's a normal thing for a child to say.
All right.
Number 3. The Creature in the Intersection. By this point, you've already fought a couple of monsters, but they've been the regular rotting corpse kind, nothing much to write home about. And then you round a corner, and what do you see in the distance through the fog? A barely humanoid mass of writhing body parts and tentacles projected in stark silhouette from the headlights behind it, just standing there and waiting. And as soon as you come close enough, it charges at you with reckless abandon. Fortunately, a couple of well-placed bullets will bring it down, but it's difficult to keep a steady hand in situations like these. And as far as monster reveals go, this one is really effective. Number 2. Grace's drawings and Cassandra's last page. Found later on in the game, this puzzle and this clue are terrifying when put in their proper context. Grace's doodles represent things that have already happened as well as things that are yet to happen. They toy with the character, but also with the player, gently pushing at the fourth wall and revealing that Grace is fully aware of all of the horrors you've been through. This also serves to further hammer home that you really can't trust anyone in Derceto. And after that, we saunter over to Cassandra's room. Inside the room, which is now somehow empty, we find a page written by her, which should not be possible, and if that wasn't bad enough, it's the text that sent chills up my spine. It hints that everything that we've been through is a story, the writer of which is completely unknown, and everybody involved is pretty much just a helpless character.
From the outside.
Number 1, the Dark Man. No, we're not gonna show you what it looks like. The entity is mentioned many times across the game, and once it does make an appearance, it's perfect. The way it looks and moves does an amazing job of communicating a creature that is masquerading as a human, but most definitely is not. And just the fact that you attracted its attention at all means you've messed up horribly. And just to my fellow Lovecraft fans, take a closer look at the statue in the center of the gallery. Yeah, it's exactly who you think it is. And yeah, those are our top 5 creepiest moments in Alone in the Dark, at least as far as I'm concerned. Feel free to share your favorite moments in the comments below, and while you're there, leave a like and hit that subscribe button.
Figuring you might stumble.
I'll see you in the next one.